What's up, guys? Welcome to the second dev blog for the pumping update. So, I think I got 3 to 4 things to go over today. For starters, we'll go ahead and charge this hydrant. I changed up how pumping works a bit. As you can see, I already have some of my stuff open that I was going over with. We'll close all this. Start from scratch. All right. So, there's 2 ways that you can pump now. We'll go over the first way. So, if your tank to pump, and pull that tank fill, get your water coming in from your hydrant. I did make it so it's gated now, and I'll show you why that's beneficial in a bit. So, when you have your tank to pump open, all your discharges will be locked to a maximum of whatever your throttle is. So if we're fully open, then throttle up to 120. Throttle up. This one's a maximum of 120. So, the benefits to using the throttle is it's easier to control your discharges, and they'll never go over whatever this is, whatever your throttle's set to. And then you can use up to however much. So I open 3. Now that we're over, you'll have your buzzer and stuff going off. Now that we're using more than we're bringing in. So we'll go ahead and close these, and I'll show you the other way. So as you can see, whatever increment we have it open to, which do like 20, just under half open. We'll do halfway open, doesn't matter. So if I close this tank to pump, all the pressure on the tank fill is now going to dump on my discharges. The reason to use this is if you have a lot of water coming in the game, and it's going to be going over. If you have to put out more than the throttle's allowing, you can. So if you're supplying the discharge, you can just send all the water straight through. But as soon as you activate your tank to pump, it'll reset, and it'll go back to being gated. So I also fixed the deck gun, so now you need at least 100 pounds on it, and it'll start flowing water. Hand lines need anywhere between 120 to 170. If you have more than that, your people will not be able to move while flowing water, and if you have less, then they won't have any water coming out. They want to have it quit. So, as you see, we're not at 120. It's not working. Go to 120. All right, we got water, so we can flow. We can move. So if we idle up a bit, and now I can't move when I'm flowing water. I added a new nozzle type that we'll go over to, and also replaced the foam. So here's the straight stream. Here's your fog. We'll put that back. Pull our new foam tip out. We're still flowing out a lot, so we can move again. This is what the new foam looks like. Looks much better than the weird gushy texture. I don't even know how to describe it. Mashed potatoes looking foam before. Get a good look at the foam nozzle. There's gonna be benefits for each nozzle. and each type, and also pros and cons to both. So to all three types, and then of course you have your smooth bore. Which only does straight stream. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put this stuff back. And we'll go over the drafting. So for starters, before you even start drafting, you need to make sure all your connections, all your discharges, everything's closed, your tank to pumps closed, tank fills closed, everything's closed. So as you can see, if they're not, nothing doesn't do anything. So we'll go ahead and close everything. Alright, 0 across the board. Close this. I'll close this. So we're gonna pretend this is in the water right now. I turned it into kind of like a mini game. So you get your primer. You pull it. Oh, and the last thing you need to idle up to at least 300. It might change a little bit, but the RPMs of the truck will be going up. And then as you're bringing in water, you'll actually hear the RPMs fluctuate as you're kind of starting the draft. Anyway. There we go. So you gotta wait till this blue bar fills up, which it's kind of random. As you're trying to pull that water in. Once you reach it, you need to once the bar is fully filled, you have to be really quick, or you'll lose your draft. So we got that. We'll go pull that, and there we go. We pulled a draft. All right. So we'll go to this truck now. And I'll show you what happens. All right. So once again, we're pretending that it's in the water. We're pulling. If you let go too early, you'll lose your draft, and the bar will go all the way back to square one. So we'll restart a draft. You only have a couple seconds to open your discharge as well. There's gonna be a help guide included. It'd be like the EMS protocols. So I'm trying not to make things too difficult, but also make it fun enough for someone a little bit more experienced with the game to still have fun each time they go out and pump. So once again, if you don't go quick enough, you start back to square one. So the next dev blog, I will be showing off some of the connections, HUMAT valves, gated Ys, and a few other surprises. So stay tuned. You guys have any questions, suggestions, feedback, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Check it out on Discord. We have a suggestions page there. I feel like this isn't going to be close to real life. It's just going to be a little similar. So the goal isn't to make a one-to-one pumping system, but just make something that would fit well in a video game. The other last thing I'd like to mention as well is I didn't show this off, but your pump can overheat. When this happens, all your lines will pretty much just disconnect, and you'll be back to square one if you let it overheat. The way to overheat your pump is by setting off the emergency buzzer, by either putting out more than you're bringing in or using more than your throttle set to. Which you'll have this little bar that fills. There'll be a little water cooler for the tank. You activate that. It's like a power up kind of thing, and it give you a little bit more time to figure things out if you don't want to immediately shut down lines and stuff. So, but that's it for this devlog. Thank you guys, and have a good night.